Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. The football changing hands here as this offense takes the field. Charles, they'd be fine with more of the same on this upcoming drive. Last time out, they found the end zone for 6.
And they're certainly hoping for more of the same, but the game plan, I doubt it'll just be a carbon copy of the last drive, because I think this offense is ready to break out some new wrinkles and try some new things that might be hidden in their playbook. They want to use that confidence to its advantage while also keeping the defense from anticipating what's up next.
And he puts his head down and gets up to the 42 for a gain of about 6.
Well, I think after that run, the defense is getting back in the huddle and looking at each other and maybe starting to question their confidence a bit. They gave up a significant run, 6 yards, and now you're saying to yourself, how do we stop them, and do I have enough confidence to make a play?
They try to throw on second down, but this one is incomplete.
What we're seeing so far is the defense is certainly coordinated. Both levels doing their jobs in tandem. The back helping the front helping the back. The pressure got home on that last play and forced him to try and throw through contact and short of the sticks.
Now a third down throw, but it misses the target, incomplete.
Now that's a good bounce back after giving up a touchdown on the opening drive. Just 1 first down permitted and then out. Obviously no loss of confidence with that defense, and now they get to turn it back to their offense.
The Cook now on to punt as he gets this one away. And they call it 38 yards on the punt, no return. And it's Chiefs football, 1st and 10. The KC offense out of the huddle, ready for their next drive. So, Charles, the season winding down, the playoffs obviously not in their future. As they look ahead to the offseason, what spots do they maybe need to fill?
Well, I think that they like the guy who's calling the plays and throwing the ball. I think that he's a pretty good player. Needs some help, I think, on the perimeter, though. Help him out with receivers, because I think if he gets an upgrade there, his play gets that much better, too.
So that complicates things a bit here. 18 yards to go now on second down. Back to throw here. Able to find Pryor. And he'll be taken down, but they've got this one up to the 35-yard line. That one good for 26 and a first down.
And as a quarterback, you always want to exploit gaps in the defense, and he finds one here. Crossing route, working from right to left across the field. And once you get defenders going in the wrong...
And the Jags get to him as down he goes. Malik McDowell. What an effort from him on that play. Big tackle for a loss of 11.
They just gave up a sack there, and if I'm not mistaken, they gave up 4 last week, didn't they?
Yes. And just looking really porous, aren't they?
They really are, and I'm wondering if they're going to have to start thinking about keeping the tight end in, maybe a back, someone to help assist, because right now, their quarterback's been getting hit a lot in the last couple of games.
Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. Oh, and that'll be incomplete. Oh, he took a shot as he let that go. And it's going to bring up a third down. And Charles, got to like what this defense has been able to do these last couple of plays.
Yeah, they get the sack on first down, then they force the incomplete pass. Now they're just a play away from getting the football right back, but it's a big play. They've got to hold up.
19.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And that is incomplete.
Nice back-to-back plays defensively. They're stacking momentum now. 1 incompletion, 2 incompletion. They're going for more.
The Bojorquez on to punt as he gets it away. This is fielded at the 27. 7-7, our score after 1. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. The last series form a little disappointing, forced to punt. And now they'll try to do better here and come away with some points as they begin this drive. 1st and 10. Room here to run. There he goes, right side. Touchdown, Jaguars. The yards keep piling up in this first half. He's over 100 already. Now 2 touchdowns to boot after an amazing run right there.
He's running so well, so hard, making people miss, running with such confidence that I've seen this before. It actually takes the confidence away from the defenders. They approach him a little more tentatively, which means he's going to get even more yards and create even more big plays.
And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. They'll start this drive out on the ground. And he'll work his way across the 30 to the 32. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3.
Well, no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it, 7 yards on first down, that fits the bill.
There they'll keep leaning on the running game. Back to the ground. And he'll be brought down shy of the 40 at the 38-yard line. 7 yards there and a first down. The Chiefs at 5-8, 3 games under 500. Yeah, they've lost 3 straight here. It kind of goes without saying, I guess, but they could certainly use a win.
Yeah, no doubt about that. There's a difference between a losing stretch and a losing streak, and right now, they're not playing their best football, but if they were to fall here, and now you're looking at going 4 games without a win, things can start compounding themselves pretty quickly from this point forward.
So a loss of 5, and it'll be 2nd down.
Defensively, he has been a presence in their backfield in the first half. Had a sack earlier, and now he comes up with a big tackle for a loss.
Go, Reed, go!
Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. That's caught by the tight end, Irv Smith Jr. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Jaguars' 45-yard line. A gain there of 21 yards.
I'll give them credit for a good read right there because they read the man coverage on the right side and sent the tight end a few steps down the field and then angled him to the left on a crossing route. And he was able to get enough separation on this play to turn it into a nice gain.
And down inside the 40 to about the 38. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
That play wasn't quite as big as the play that preceded it, but still, gotta like the way they're moving the football, partner.
Absolutely. Pretty good room to run on that last play.
Yeah, they didn't get a first down, but still, you'll take runs like that each and every time, won't you?
And he's going to get it down to the 33-yard line here. 4 yards the pickup, first down.
It's nice every now and then in this game not to see people overthink it. Just hand it to the old reliable guy, let him pick up the first down.
Now here's a little touch pass as they tap it quickly to their receiver. And he'll go out of bounds inside the 15-yard line. That good for 19 and a first down.
That's good for our Kansas City Chiefs. First and 10 at the 14-yard line. Hold the stick.
Now a handoff looking right. And he will take it on in for a Chiefs touchdown. Isaiah Pacheco taking it in from 14 yards out. And the Chiefs are an extra point away now from tying this ball game. Butker on for the PAT. Now we've got a good one brewing. We're all knotted up at 14. This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. This taken in at the goal line. And he's only going to make it to the 13-yard line and no further. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive.
Well, partner, coaches always say that every play is designed to score a touchdown. Sometimes that's not really true, but last drive, that was the case. One play to get into the end zone, and now they'll try to duplicate that success here.
And it's rare for those moments to happen. Incredible when they do. And you saw the celebration. Pure, unbridled joy after that one.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11.
They go play action now. Lawrence.
And this one is incomplete.
That was an interesting look there because as soon as he got outside the pocket, I thought he was going to take off and run for yardage. But what often happens now with these quarterbacks who can move, defenses want to try and keep bodies in front of them, and I think that discouraged him from taking off and made him try a pass downfield that fell incomplete.
And he comes back with one complete.
And he is going to have a Jags first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
And I know you can't really see it, but that play spells frustration with a capital F for the guys on defense. They covered everyone else, end up going to the running back out of the backfield, and he picks up a back-breaking first down.
On 1st and 10, it's Lawrence. And that nearly a turnover, but it's incomplete. Oh, fortunate to retain possession there, and it's 2nd down.
Trying to get that one to his tight end, and they've been trying to get the ball to him, but as of yet, unable to successfully complete one. But you know there's usually a nice comfort zone in throwing to the tight end. Great sight lines, usually right in the middle of the field.
They'll send a receiver in motion left. They'll bring a receiver in motion right. To throw once more on 2nd and 10.
Lawrence
throwing middle, but it's incomplete.
Really good coverage all over the field. It took away his intended read and almost dared him to try for his guy out of the backfield. No surprise on that one. It doesn't connect.
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has him staring at a 3rd and 10. The Chiefs now going to use the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this 2nd quarter. They come up to the line now facing a 3rd and 10 after the incompletion.
Now Lawrence.
And the Chiefs are going to get him. And the defense coming through on 3rd down. A loss of 7 to bring up 4th.
So this has been a lot like a tennis match, hasn't it? Back and forth. Both of these offenses having their way so far. So maybe the question isn't who's going to score the most points in this game. Maybe it's who's going to get some stops.
Yeah, absolutely. And that sack, finally a first step in the right direction for a stop. On 4th down, on is Logan Cook to punt. He'll send this one into the Midwestern air, and it's a good one. "21 yards. Well done on the return. And this offense takes over in great shape right at the 50. 1st and 10. They've got good starting field position as they come up here 1st and 10 right at the 50-yard line. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes.
Buried by multiple defenders on the drive's first play. So, Charles, no turnovers yet for this offense, but those sacks now, they're starting to pile up.
And one thing usually leads to another because they've got to figure out how the offensive line and everyone else involved in protection can keep their quarterback upright and allow him a chance to throw the ball downfield.
Check mash, check mash.
Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. Taking a deep shot here for Hardman. Oh, and a bad throw there. It's intercepted.
Derek Stingley picks it. And the Jags are going to have it here as they'll start at their own 24-yard line.
Well, that's a drive killer right there. Not a really confident throw either. This one was kind of up for grabs, and it's going to come down the hands of the wrong team.
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive
as they take over with exactly 1 minute to go. Now Etienne to start the drive. And he maneuvers up the middle for 3. And it's second down.
Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28.
Another tote for Etienne.
And he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds.
142 yards rushing for him as he has been tough to stop here in this first half.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10.
Now Lawrence.
And this is incomplete. Not sure what happened out there, but it looked like the timing was a little off on that throw.
Well, you know I'm a defender, so what am I going to say?
Great defense.
Darn right. They did something to disrupt that timing.
To throw on 2nd and 10. Lawrence. A hit as he throws there, incomplete.
I think he had to unload that one before he wanted to. He was right up in his grill. I think he was a dentist there without a license, don't you?
Just not enough time for the play to develop. Lucky it wasn't a fumble, really.
On 3rd down, Lawrence.
He's going to look deep down the field. He rifles one that's intercepted.
Trent McDuffie with a pick. And the Chiefs will have solid field position here as they take over at their 45-yard line.
Well, and I saw the pressure coming at him. That just looked problematic. Hit him as he threw it, and the interception ensued.
Let me pay homage to the man who stood in this spot before. He always talked about how much pressure is in the face of a guy, and can he step into a throw? And when you can't do that, oftentimes interceptions result.
Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. Pryor has it complete. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. Now another timeout called for by the offense, as it'll come with 15 seconds to play in the first half.
Here we go. Hey, smash Russell.
Now on 1st down, he'll drop to throw it. Pass incomplete, but the flag in the backfield, and this might be a roughing call.
Well, Charles, sometimes we talk about the lengths officials sometimes go to protect star quarterbacks, but that was tough to argue against.
Yeah, and I'm sure that everyone's going to say, hey, we're going to administer the penalty the same way for all quarterbacks. But when it's a star back there, even more so are they going to be diligent about throwing the flag.
And that is caught. Touchdown, Kansas City.
Herb Smith Jr. in the final seconds of the first half. And the Chiefs have taken the lead here in the final stages of this first half.
Butker now to add the extra point. It's up and good, and that'll make the score 21-14.
So just 8 ticks remaining here in the first half as they'll kick this one away. From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And no alley to be found. The coverage was solid, and he's dropped at the 18.
Hey,
Final play of the half. It's Lawrence.
Got his man complete over the middle. That's Burgess. And mark him down way up close to the 40 at the 39. So we've come upon halftime here in Arrowhead with the Chiefs on top as we send you down to Orlando where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports halftime report. Coach, welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth ready for quarter number 3. Ready for the start of the third quarter. The Chiefs have the lead and set to receive the football.
Hardman going to bring it out of the end zone. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. As this offense takes the field to begin the opening drive of the second half, Charles, remember that first half, good through the air and really all around an outstanding offensive performance.
Absolutely. They've reached the end zone several times. The passing game working awfully well. And most importantly, partner,
yeah, they went to the tunnel with a lead. They come back out with that lead.
Absolutely. NFL coaches, we know they're perfectionists in a lot of ways, but they had to like what they saw in that first half.
They run a draw here on second down. And he'll take it ahead to the 28-yard line.
53 yards rushing for him here as he starts to draw closer to a 1,000-yard campaign.
But you got to give kudos to your offensive line and the guy carrying the ball because they were in a second and long situation. It seemed pretty dire, but they brought it back to third and manageable with that run.
He's going to flip one out here to his running back. And he won't get close. Only a yard, 4th and 3. Here's the Chiefs punter now as he'll punt it away for the second time. This is brought in at the 21. And he'll have this past the 30 prior to going out of bounds. It's a 47-yard punt, but they did give up 10 on the return. And the Jaguars go on offense, first down and 10. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. And their defense did its job by forcing the punt to start things out. And now, Charles, can the offense get in gear?
I think, partner, you can sense them saying, okay, the first half was theirs, but now let's get the momentum back on our side. We forced a punt. Now let's go downfield and score. If we do that, we'll be set up well for this second half.
And he'll get up to the 43-yard line. Consecutive runs of 6 yards gives him a first and 10.
And he continues to pile up the yardage. That puts him over $150 now. And this defense has really had its problems trying to keep him contained.
On first and 10, it's Etienne.
And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on first down. So their task a little bit more difficult now. 2nd and 13 that they're walking up on.
Lawrence. On the slant, he'll get it to Jones. And he has a big gain inside the 40 before being dropped.
A gain there of 21 yards.
Not too many teams will use a first-round pick on a tight end, so you know that when one does, he's got to be pretty darn special.
A small example of why they took him in the first round there. Nice little catch and run to get the good yardage. On first down, nothing opening up really on the running play. Give him maybe a yard, and it'll be second down.
Yeah, things were pretty stacked up there in the middle of the line. A lot of bodies, not much space. I think ultimately he was fortunate to get anything out of that run.
Straight ahead, Etienne. And he works his way free all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone.
A big one there for the Jags. 18 yards, first down. It's been an excellent day for him running the football, no doubt, as he continues to soar well past 100 yards.
Yeah, it almost feels like he can just grab his briefcase and head home after putting in a full day's work at the office, doesn't it?
Got his man, it's caught. Touchdown, Jaguars.
Darnell Mooney.
A 20-yard touchdown.
And the Jaguars are an extra point away from drawing level. Joseph connects on the extra point.
And we are tied at 21. So we're right back where we started. All even as the kick's away.
Hardman going to bring it out of the end zone. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23. The KC offense out of the huddle, ready for their next drive. We got a brand new ball game, all even after that last touchdown, so every drive now becoming a little more critical here in the second half. And a short pickup to about the 25.
They'd love to just strike back with a touchdown right here, and if it's a long play, so be it. But the main goal, get a couple of first downs, run some plays, run some clock, allow their defense to get a chance to catch their breath, settle down, and relax a little bit after they just gave up a score.
And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down.
That time, multiple defenders getting pressure, and it's a loss of 6.
And this dominant defensive performance continued on that play. This poor quarterback has not received the protection he needs and has had to pick himself up off the turf far too often.
He'll look to throw. Looking for Pryor long. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete.
I usually hesitate when I say a guy's got world-class speed, but this guy might. So let's fire the starter's pistol. Let's go. If you've got him, you've got to try and use him. A lot of anticipation with the ball in the air, but no, incomplete.
They'll call this a 41-yard punt, 7 on the return. And out will come the offense as they take over. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive.
The offense coming back out here. Plenty of energy, ready to roll, looking to just add to what they have been doing after scoring a touchdown, Charles, their last time out.
And that's a great feeling to have on the sideline, partner, knowing you just won the battle against the opposing defense. And since they came off the field, I'll guarantee you all they want to do is get back out there because they know they have the upper hand on that defense right now.
Play action. It's Lawrence.
On the move to his left.
And this one incomplete. Threw it down at the feet of his receiver. Darnell Mooney, the target there.
And that takes us from second to third down.
Now you could have scanned downfield forever, but there wasn't anything available. Ends up throwing an incompletion, and I think he'll take that.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means he'll need to come up with something here on third down.
Hey, stop.
Now Lawrence to throw.
And he's taken down. A cheap sack.
That time, multiple defenders getting pressure, and it's a loss of 6.
And that was just absolute perfect man coverage. Nowhere for them to go with the football. Led to a sack. And that's really difficult to do in today's NFL with all these gazelles running around that you're trying to cover in the secondary.
On fourth down, the punt team is on as this is sent away. It'll wind up just a 35-yard punt, no return.
And they will take over 1st and 10.
The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. And our game's hit a little bit of a lull here, a little bit of a snag. Punts on back-to-back drives.
And old school coaches don't necessarily mind that. Didn't turn it over, right? Didn't create a big play for the other team. Right now what you're looking for is can you gain an advantage in field position? And that's what both teams are seeking right now.
Yeah, they'll be seeking to gain that advantage here on this drive.
66 yards rushing on 12 carries for him now.
We use the word relentless a lot with guys who are aggressive on the field. In this case, it really fits, doesn't it? How about his ability to break tackles and his feet never stop moving?
Right back to him on first down. And he'll manage to pick up about 4 at second down. We're off to the fourth quarter here in Week 15. Happy holidays to all. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. Now they try the right side here. And he stopped immediately there. They'll say no gain on the play there, and now it'll be third down. Looked like he was trying to bounce it outside, but no success.
Yeah, sometimes you got to just figure out where you're going to go, and sometimes you just have to take it to another spot. In trying to get it outside, the defensive pursuit was there and just ran him down.
That is knocked away and incomplete, but a penalty flag. In the backfield, this might be a roughing call. A bad time for a roughing penalty, and they get the gift of a 1st and 10.
Pass the 60. Hey, check that. Street.
Back to throw. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down.
Taken down for the 5th time this game. Multiple defenders there to get him. He was really focused downfield, but there was really no viable options. The coverage was too good.
And the defense really quickened the tempo of that play with their pass rush because there was nowhere for him to go with the football.
Here we go.
The only place he ended up, down on the ground.
Go check.
Here's a quick throw right side, and it's complete.
And they're going to get this down near the 35-yard line. Was that a design pass, or what was that?
It was built into the play call. He had the opportunity to either hand it inside, keep it himself to run it, or do what he just did. Throw that pass inside, hitting a receiver on the run.
They'll try and sneak it here.
And he will have a Chiefs 1st down, at least at first glance, as he'll spot the football just beyond the marker. They find a way to convert on 3rd and inches.
I don't know about you, but I like this call. 3rd and inches, and instead of worrying about getting it back to a running back and maybe there's some penetration from the defensive front, just go ahead and take it, move forward, and pick up the 1st down.
And as we say often, shows confidence in your offensive line.
Alert. Ready.
On 1st down, they'll go to the ground attack. And they're going to stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Just no cutback lane to be found whatsoever. 2nd and 10. They've called his number a lot this afternoon. You wonder how much tread is left on those tires.
We certainly do, but I always think back to one of my favorite coaches in the NFL. And he used to have a meeting with his running backs every year in the offseason and say, look, as many times as you're going to carry the ball, you should be able to carry it one more time, so make sure you get in shape.
And if you're thinking field goal from here, it's 48 yards. I think they'd like to get him a little help now on 3rd down and move it closer. Throwing there, but this pass is going to wind up incomplete.
Well, he certainly didn't like what he saw all from the coverage on his primary reads, and he didn't even have any luck trying to get back to his safety valve. Give defense a credit. Coverage was in lockdown mode everywhere.
Butker's kick here is good, and they have taken the lead here in the 4th quarter.
So he waited on the sideline for his first chance in the ballgame, and it didn't come until the 4th quarter, but he connects there. A big one to give him the lead.
Boy, you talk about coming in cold. I don't care how many times you kick it into a net. You're not really ready when you go out there and all that beef is coming at you trying to block the kick. Big spot, and he delivers.
And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. And now they find themselves trailing following the field goal. Still a good amount of time in this 4th quarter, but this drive very well could determine the outcome of this ball game. 3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. And they'll go again with Etienne.
And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30. This is 3rd and 2. Maybe the biggest play in this football game.
They'll run with Etienne.
And he will be very close to a first down, but I see the closed fist of the referee, and that means 4th down.
Well done to sniff that out defensively. He had it diagnosed pretty quickly.
I love that description because diagnosed is perfect on that one. Read his keys, made the play, and he couldn't even get going moving the football.
Lawrence on the sneak.
And they will touch him down, but not before he gets the first. They only got a couple, but a couple's all that they needed as they convert on 4th.
But when you do call quarterback sneak, you don't mind if your quarterback's a little bit on the vertically challenged side, do you? Because he's just going to hide behind his big guys up front and be able to surge forward and pick up the first down.
And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
You've got to be impressed by that defensive front on reps like those. They were not being moved off the line, kept their shoulders square, and gave their teammates time to fight to the ball and limit that gain.
And now they'll throw it with Lawrence. And that is going to be incomplete as he led him a bit too much.
I know coaches tell us all the time to have a powerful arm isn't the #1 thing they look for in a quarterback. When you're trying to throw inside routes and you need to put some heat on it, it helps have the big gun. In this case, just a little bit too much.
Here's Lawrence to throw.
And that will be incomplete.
I think it's safe to say that he's made some questionable decisions out there so far. Forced some throws into tight coverage. He's already been picked off in this game. 4th down now, but he was fortunate on that one not to have another turnover on his ledger.
Ready, set.
Here we go. Gotta have it. Lawrence
Going for the deep ball.
on a huge mistake late. It's intercepted.
Picked up by Justin Reed.
And the Chiefs will have the football as this is taken up past the 30.
Before we came up to the booth, last thing he said as we were walking off the field, want to play mistake-free football. Well, that just went out the window there with a pick.
And do you remember what you said to me when we were walking up to the booth after he said that? You're like, oh, fatal last words. Every time we hear that, things tend to fall apart a little bit, and that's what we saw there. Didn't get enough on that throw, and it turned into an interception.
They'll start on the ground here on 1st down.
And he'll get this to the 32. He was brought down by Foyesade Aluakut.
3 points separating these two sides with 2 minutes left to go in the 4th. This, in all probability, another run here on 2nd and 8. He'll drop to throw. And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. Malik McDowell able to record his 5th sack of the season.
I don't know what else can be said about this pass rush. They have been sensational, CD. That is now 6 sacks for them.
And how many times do we talk to offensive coordinators and they say a sack is a result of everyone on offense not doing their job? But let's be honest about this one. This is the offensive line unable to counter the pass rush. They've been teeing off all game long.
And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. This game, it's been defensively oriented on both sides. So I guess it stands to reason that the play of the game comes on defense.
So it's my kind of game. You know that.
That's
Anytime
right.
we have a
That's
defensive battle, but that, as you said, it stands to reason that's the way the game tilted. Someone had to make a big play, and the way the defenses were dominating, that's exactly what we got.
The Chiefs take over the first down at their own 25-yard line.
The KC offense out of the huddle, ready for their next drive.
Well, remember, they were just out here a moment ago through the pick six, so we'll see if they can take better care of the football this go-around.
Yeah, and sometimes, partner, I think it's almost better that you just throw the pick six and you come right back out on the field. You're not over on the sidelines dwelling for very long. You're not hearing everyone say, hey, you'll get them next time. Hey, don't worry about it. All that stuff just goes right out the window. You're right back out on the field with a chance to atone.
Go, Reed, go!
They'll look to throw. And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game. The Chiefs will use the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 37 seconds to play.
They're backed up here. Tough spot, needing 11 yards to pick up the first.
19 sight, 19 sight. Check mash, ready.
Back to throw. He's going to let it fly.
Oh, he forces one there. It's a potential dagger as it's intercepted.
When you talk about making winning plays, that is a winning play at this stage of the game. To come up with that interception, huge.
I like how you identified that because most people think winning plays are the offense trying to get it done. In this case, nursing a lead, they found a way to make a play on that side of the ball and maybe finish things off.
And he's taken down, but not before he gets this across the 25-yard line.
Hey, Delta. Hey, Charlie. Hey, over.
Throwing now, Lawrence. Complete to Mooney on the slant.
And they nearly get this all the way to midfield. Mark him down at the 49.
But Charles, we were treated to an excellent game today, capped off by that second half comeback. This was a joy to watch.
Entertaining for us. Not so much to the team who led at halftime.